let's move from adult sex ed on to children, because a story's going viral about a mom who picked up a book in the doctor's waiting room and started reading it to her young children. And this wasn't your everyday storybook. It's a children's book explaining sex. I have it here, called Mommy Laid an Egg, or Where Do Babies Come From? Has some very graphic illustrations of clowns and a variety of sexual positions. So graphic, we can't actually show these on TV. You're going to see them in the studio audience, and these have stirred quite a debate regarding sex education and the appropriate age. One illustration shows mommy and daddy having sex on a skateboard.
I like the balloons.
Look at how unhappy he is.
You know what? She's happy, though. Look at that smile.
This is adult education.
These pictures are on our website, thedoctorstv.com, if you want to see them. Because I will say this is a very intriguing conversation to have. And I think people have very different expectations of what sexual education should be at certain ages. Now, these images, they're not graphic in the sense that you can't see body parts. These are truly cartoonish type characters. But I can't believe some of these positions.
Somebody was doing a handstand.
Yeah, if I could pull them off, I'd have a gold medal in the Olympics. If I can't show the images on TV, I question if for a 5 or 6 year old it's appropriate. I'm just going to say that and introduce into the conversation.
That pretty much answers the debate. If you can't show it on...
Well, it just gives people an idea of why there's a controversy. Yep. And I do want to bring into the conversation professional sexual health educator for children, Emmalinda, along with psychotherapist Dr. Fran. They're both joining us in the audience. And maybe slightly different interpretations of this. And I want to start with you, Emmalinda, because you're a sexual health educator. Sex ed's so important. We often have conversations, what is age appropriate? What do you think about these types of images for younger kids?
I looked at the book and I thought it was charming, a little weird, but not harmful. I'm a sexual health educator with More Than Sex Ed for K through 12th grade. And I think that by the time a child is old enough to conceive of the question, they're old enough to understand the answer in a factual way, and that accurate information is helpful and not harmful to children, that having information and knowing correct terms for their own body parts is empowering for them, and that seeing that this is something that a mommy and a daddy, or two people who are very much in love and respect each other, can do because it's fun and feels good and they enjoy doing it together, is I think what these illustrations are trying to illustrate. I would encourage parents to...
I don't think my mommy and daddy did it on a skateboard quite like that. I do want to ask you, Dr. Fran, what's your opinion? Because you equally agree sexual education is important.
Absolutely important, and I'm an advocate of truth-telling, open, honest discussion with children. Age appropriate. The language and the cartoon figures look like they're targeted at preschool-age children. But the narrative and the content went way too far, too much, too soon. They're going to see these illustrations and they're going to go to preschool in the bathroom, on a play date, behind a bedroom door, and mimic these pictures, get on top of each other and rub up and down, and they're not going to get invited to the next play date.
I mean, you make a good point. I mean, that's true. You're so right. If you're handing them a manual that they're going to try and mimic, that's problematic.
I'm just upset because they're not wearing helmets on the skateboard.
That is upsetting.
Safe sex includes non-concussive sex.
And I think that there's a world of difference between these stick figure cartoon illustrations that are really not graphic. All you can see is that their groins are touching. And having healthy conversations between parents and children about what healthy, loving, respectful sexual relationships look like is absolutely vital for a young child.